Hi, Nick here with MedTech World. With me is Bhavesh Barot, and he's with Truffle Capital Business Builders. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Cool. So you take companies from early stage, startups, at any point along the spectrum, even ideation.
That's right. So historically, what Truffle did and still does, it has a network or an academic network of 50 institutions across the world, and would look at whether it's a technology transfer, an IP transfer, and looking at transformative IPs or patents, and subsequently go and build companies as a result of that. And so that's what Truffle has been known for doing, building companies from ideation and then taking them straight through to commercialization. Some of the phenomenal accomplishments that it's done in the past, it's built a valve company called Cementis and made that into a fully commercialized company that it exited into Boston Scientific, company called Cementis. It built a company for spinal diffusion, a company called Vexim that had exited to Stryker and built that. And then one of the most complex devices or implants still today created was an artificial heart, a company called Carmat, and that is what Truffle has been known for, building transformative foot solutions and then bringing them to market.
Brilliant. And you also you come with, I guess, the past history that companies will come to you in the small stage with the bigger dreams, the strategics, a lot of the products that you've dealt with have been purchased, or those companies have been purchased by the larger corporation. So there's always an exit strategy along the way from point of inception. You guys, so okay, using your network, how exactly do you do what you do?
How do we do? I think Truffle is blessed to have seasoned professionals as part of its team. Truffle has two arms to it. There is and I'm speaking within healthcare, it has a biotech and a medtech. Seasoned individuals that have actually been in the industry, that have led, like myself, commercial teams, and have that background there as well. So it's the people, making sure that you have the people to be able to vet the opportunities, people to be able to help the startup companies to bring their dreams to realization, and ultimately, has the history, the background, and the know-how to look and identify transformative solutions that can really have an impact on healthcare.
Has there been any recent changes in the sector, anything that's made things more difficult or easier for you guys to follow through on these ambitions for people?
Yeah, sure. So I think in today's climate, obviously raising funds is more difficult. People are going to ask a lot more in terms of making sure before they put their hand in their pocket. So I think fundraising has become a lot more difficult in today's climate. But I think what it does, and it brings in opportunities really to pressure test the value proposition. How transformative is this solution? What impact is it going to have? What returns will it give to an investor? Because ultimately, there's a financial return. How quick would that return be? And I think if the value proposition is right, if the business case is correct, still in today's tough climate, which it is, let's call it what it is, there is still a great opportunity out there as well.
Why is the climate tough? Is it to do with money being more expensive to borrow? Is it recessionary? Is it that maybe there's a saturation in the market? What are the reasons?
Yeah, sure. So I think, as you touched on, the macroeconomical aspect is the primary cause. And then also, as you talked about what impact that macroeconomical has had, that factor is obviously the interest rates. And so when it's so much more expensive to borrow money, people have to be more selective with those investments. And when it's maybe more easier and there's a lower risk appetite, which would be required in early stage investments in startups, it may be more easier, more comfortable to actually go and place the money in safer bets with lower return. I think these are one of the challenges that we have. And then, irrespective of where you live, it's not positive sentiments, and you've got doom and gloom across the media. People are being a bit concerned about, making investments at the minute, and this is always causing further challenges for startups and investors.
Right now, is there any particular, say you're divided into two fields, is there any particular type of technology that you're looking for in particular?
If I speak specifically about Truffle's latest fund, the fund called Media, which we've just which we've just closed the first round for, we are looking for still again transformative, disruptive solutions. We're looking for clinical stage companies that can come out there and do it. We're looking for clinical stage companies that already have some form of commercial or regulatory pathway. We're looking for companies that, it could be a prosthesis or an implant, or could be, leveraging AI, machine learning, and digital as well. And so these are the types of companies that we're out there looking for in terms of, staying true to what we're trying to do, disruptive, transformative solutions, companies that could benefit from the access that Truffle brings in terms of that commercial muscle, in terms of that manufacturing capability, in terms of that know-how of bringing a company from startup into a commercial aspect and realization, and companies that ultimately we can work with, individuals that we can work with and collaborate with and support along that journey to realize their dreams.
Wonderful. We want to thank Truffle for coming here to the event. Events like this, they help you to connect with the people you need to connect with?
Yes, definitely. I think bringing together like-minded individuals when it comes to, ultimately the innovators, like-minded individuals when it comes to the investors, and then blending it with intelligence and physicians as well, all under one ecosystem. I think it's a great platform, great opportunity, and congrats to the team for putting this together.
Congrats, and thank you very much, Bhavesh of Truffle, for coming here to MedTech.